Hello there everybody, how's it going and how have you been? Welcome back to SpaceChem. In the last episode we fought the boss of Alkanost, which is the giant floating pyramid, and upon killing it, we were transferred here to Sikutar, an icy planet, and let's just dive right into the research level, shall we? Quick note, dogs are nearby again tonight. Sorry for one of them getting picked up in the last episode, but not much I can do about it. They'll get up and move whenever they feel like it. Now, in the last episode, I said I would not use time-lapse because it was a boss, but I ended up having to, as well as cutting out some of the footage, just because it took so long. Research levels, unless they're really, really difficult, I probably won't have to time-lapse. If I do have to make any kind of editing to the footage itself, I will probably just cut to when I have the solution built. But enough yammering. Turns out we get ourselves a new tool. Fusion lasers. So, fusion lasers are these special 2-wide tiles or targets, or I don't exactly know what to call them actually. In order for them to work, you have to put one atom on either side, kind of like a bonder, except when their command is triggered, the atom on the left will be fused into the atom on the right, and the atom on the right, its atomic number will become the sum of the two atoms you fuse together. So, with this example, fusing hydrogen to nitrogen, atomic number 1 to atomic number 7, we get atomic number 8, which is oxygen. Really quickly, page of story. Anybody that's interested can go ahead and read, and off we go to experiment with this new tool. So, hydrogen and iron oxide we have to turn into cobalt oxide. So let me just make a quick check. Iron is atomic number 26, and cobalt is atomic number 27. So, red can kind of take the day off, because I see a way for us to solve this with only blue. We'll go ahead and call in the iron oxide, pick it up, all the same as usual. Then he will call in a hydrogen, hit the fuse command, just like with the bond commands and the sensor commands. You do not have to put the fuse command on the fusion laser target. Whenever Waldo hits it anywhere in the reactor, it will attempt to fire. This should fuse the hydrogen to the iron to produce the cobalt. And then we just, that's not a drop command, that's a drop command. And then we just send the cobalt oxide out and complete the level. Really quick and simple introduction to how the fusion laser works. So this is basically just math. Add this atomic number to this atomic number, and this guy becomes the sum of the two. Simple enough. Speed 4? Yeah, there we go. Okay. Under the ice. I wonder if... Ooh, another story page. Let me get the cursor out of the way so anybody that's interested can go ahead and keep reading it. And off we go. Okay. We have nitrogen and hydrogen. And we have to make nitrous oxide. So, we can either try and fuse 8 hydrogen together, or we can have one of these Waldos fuse a hydrogen to a nitrogen to produce the oxygen. So, I say we take the path of less resistance and fuse a hydrogen to a nitrogen. all of the usual standard setup. Actually, I think I might want red to hold off for a minute. I'm worried about... The initial plan was to make the oxygen atom with the fusion laser, stick it on this bonder, and then have blue put down the 2 nitrogen atoms, and then just run over 3 bond plus commands. But that might result in a double bond between the nitrogen and the oxygen. So to prevent that, I think I'm going to let blue run first. He can... I think he can go ahead and turn red on. Actually, let's have him turn red on the same time he passes over red's track to get out of the way. Just to ensure that I don't accidentally time this wrong and have red's hydrogen collide with the second nitrogen. Put it down. 3 bonds. I'll just move the start command to make room for the sync to hold blue in place while red does his work. Now, red will have call in a 3rd nitrogen, combine it with the hydrogen to make an oxygen, and then forge a single bond to connect the 2, and drag the whole thing up to the output. Again, putting down input commands when I mean drop commands. And there you go, this should work. First nitrogen is in place. Second nitrogen is in place. All the 2 nitrogens are connected. Red makes the 1 bond between the oxygen and the rest of the molecule and turns it in. Perfect. Oh. I forgot to have red restart blue. Let's do that here, as he's carrying the complete nitrous oxide molecule away. That should work. Yep. Yep, there we go. That works. It's kind of fun watching these things on speed 3. I think I'll let this one finish at speed 3. We've got plenty of time before I have to start thinking about ending the episode. Alright. Nope. I was thinking that maybe all of the level names on this planet would have ice in it, but apparently not. 1 more page of story. Story's moving pretty quickly on Sikutar. Okay. Hydrogen. And we have to make neon. So neon is 10. So we need to fuse 10 hydrogens, obviously. So in essence, I'm going to have to make a counting sort of system. I think I know how to do that just because I've done it so much before when I played this game many a year ago. Actually, you know what, the fusion laser can sit right there, it's fine. Red, go ahead and pick up a hydrogen. Then I want you to do that. And the reason for it is so that you can turn blue on, who will then go around and hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 input commands. Oh, wait. Nope, I do have to move the fusion laser target. Never mind. Alright, let's tuck right up into the corner. Shuffle some of these arrows around. And oop, there we go. There's the misplaced arrow of the day. There we go. So you will see why I have to move the fusion laser and have Red go through this weird little S-curve just as soon as I finish up Blue's route. Change all of Blue's input commands to call in more hydrogen. And then between every last, or I should say immediately after every last input command, he will hit a, if they will stay, Blue will hit a fuse command. This will essentially bring in 9 more hydrogen, fusing them as they arrive until we get a neon there, which point Blue simply turns Red back on, lets his friend deliver the neon, and then cycle back around to start the whole process over again. That might have been a little bit fast here. Here it is at speed 1, just in case anyone's still a little confused. So Red calls in the hydrogen and moves it out of the way so that more hydrogens can come in without colliding to each other, but also there's a target for the fusion laser to work with. And something important to note is that if there's nothing here, the fusion laser will not push atoms over. There needs to be something here, as there needs to be an atom on both sides for it to work. Also, I believe the fusion laser cannot produce an element that is off the periodic table. So it can fuse any 2 elements together, with the exception of any resulting combination that would create an atom with an atomic number of like 105, I think? No, I think that's too low. Whatever the atomic number is for that the periodic table in this game ends with. One other thing about the fusion lasers is that when atoms fuse, if they are attached to something else by bonds, and the new atom cannot support that number of bonds, it will, so say the atom we're fusing into is double bonded to something else, and the resulting atom can only manage a single bond. The double bond will break down to a single bond when the fusion process is complete. So you can't fudge a double bond between atoms that can't support them. And we're only about 15 minutes in, so I kind of did this on Alkanost and I wasn't very happy with it, but let's take a look at the production level. More story. There you go. Oh, I remember this one. This one takes a little while. We've got water coming from the pump. We have a big tank full of krypton, which is atom number 36, so... okay, 109. You can't make any atom with atomic number of 110 or higher. It will just... the fusion process will fail. I was also kind of curious about that. Okay, should I do this level by time lapse? And then just have the other episode be... Let me check. Yeah, this is the only required production level for Sikutar. So, if I do this level with time-lapse helping, we'll then have the bonus level and the boss level, but I'm afraid that if the pyramid was any indication, the boss on Sikutar is going to be just as, if not more obnoxious. I shouldn't say obnoxious, I should say difficult. Enough to probably warrant its own episode. If only I could remember what the bonus level was for this place. You know what? Something's telling me to wait. Something's telling me if I try to do the production level now, something's going to go wrong. So let's just hold off. Let's just have this level be the first 3 research levels, getting us used to the fusion laser. So, kind of a short episode. I'm a little sorry for that. Again, part of me does want to do the production level, but I'm worried of something going wrong. I'm worried of it dragging me over time, so I'm just going to let it go. Kind of a short episode, but oh well. With that, and our fusion laser tutorials complete, I would like to go ahead and thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all had a great time, and I hope you all have a great day. I will see you all in the next episode, and farewell for now.